this one, we're here to talk about something that's kind of little known.
Little thing.
Little thing
cool.
here, but it's really cool because I didn't even know it was a thing until I seen a picture somewhere.
Right,
but it's
right.
about
I think we both thought it was fake.
we thought it was a fake meme.
Yeah.
But the International Harvester Fleet of lake freighters, there's two. And
Son of
pretty
a
much
third-generation farmer.
son of a third generation. Literally, they just have the International Harvester logo on the front. That's why
Yep,
we thought it was fake.
Yeah.
The Harvester, the International. But we got some quick notes here. There's not much that really happened with them other than just like the normal, obviously like what Ford did.
Yeah.
What's better than getting your own stuff transported to your own factory by using your own boats?
Right, exactly.
And it
your
totally
own
makes
factories
sense
to make your own
factory.
tractors.
Exactly.
And
Tractors.
guns.
And
M1
guns.
Grands, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. But
Yeah.
I'd say lead the way in the very beginning.
Yeah,
Whenever they acquired a lake freighter.
Right. So the first one was the Harvester, and this one was built for them specifically. This is their first boat, 1911, made by our favorite shipbuilding place in the world,
Lorraine
just an hour north of here.
We gotta go.
It was awesome. Speaking of, I went about a month ago, and knowing what everything was there, it's kind of sad.
Isn't it just like a?
It's a rich person housing development.
Yeah.
Like it's cool because you got like houses.
Yeah.
And then in your front yard, which you don't have a yard, but
Right.
in the front of your house is your boat dock, which they use to build 1,000-footers and the International Harvester fleet. But it's still cool that it's still kind of there.
Absolutely.
And they do have a building there with a really good restaurant.
We're going to have to go.
We're going to have to go. It was awesome. Good food was really good. But anyways, yeah, the Harvester, built by Lorraine in 1911 for the International's subsidy, the Wisconsin Seal. So that was the company that kind of managed their lake fleet of two boats. But 1911, hull 391 there. And July 15th is when she was christened. She was 545 feet long, 58-foot beam, 31-foot depth.
For 1911, I feel like it's a pretty big boat.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too terribly much shorter than like the Schoonmaker, which was built the same year. It was about,
that's right,
I want to say maybe 70 feet shorter than the Schoonmaker.
Yeah.
Roughly. But coal-fired, triple expansion, 1,760 horsepower, so pretty standard for then. I mean, August 21st is its first revenue run. Load of coal from Lorraine to Duluth, and then from there it was
pretty
smooth
much
sales.
Pretty much just in the ball game.
Yeah. There was nothing like super notable, like no major incidents or anything with either one of these
good.
boats,
I thought I heard that. I thought that they might have had a pretty okay career.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's pretty good on the company's
Yeah,
note.
for sure. But it was, they had them until the mid 60s, and then it was sold to the Gartland Steamship Co., which was based in Cleveland, I believe, off the top of my head. But it was renamed the Chicago Trader in 65, and then Kinsman Marine, which is a little bit more known, which is also based in Cleveland. They sold it to them in 71, and then finally got scrapped in 77 in Ashtabula, which we have a video of.
I didn't know that they actually scrapped boats in Ashtabula.
They did a ton of scrap. Like, they did a ton of scrap.
Because they don't do it anymore,
I don't believe so. No, everything goes to Port Colborne
that's right.
in Ontario.
I think you're right, yeah.
But that's where the Cuyahoga went.
Yep.
Which is the most recent scrapping. I think
it's currently being scrapped right now. They pretty much got it halfway done, I think.
But it looks like they saved the pilot house off of it,
they
which
did.
is cool.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, there's really not much else about the Harvester here.
I just think it's
pretty
cool.
cut and
I just
dry.
think it's cool that a company, because obviously Great Lakes, shipping, Ford did it, all kinds of companies did it. It's just the most efficient way, I feel like.
It is.
Instead of having to pay
if
another
you're using that much
company.
steel,
right, and if you're literally
only
using
makes sense.
bulk tons of steel to build M1 Grands.
M1 Grands.
Like, I'm sure during the war effort, I bet you they were hauling ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did during the 40s, they were nonstop,
Yeah.
And then 50, so we're talking about the M1 Grand, which is
one of the best guns ever made.
Yes, it is. In our humble opinion, best gun ever made. One of the best guns ever made. It was our main service rifle during World War II and then the Korean War. Well, so the U.S. military needed a bunch during the Korean War, and then that's when they got International to build them. They built like 200,000 of them.
I didn't even know International made them until this guy told me. But how many companies built M1 Grands?
4.
4?
Yep. Springfield Armory, which is the government, basically, is what that means. Winchester, International, and then H&R, which is another gun company. But
gotcha.
So they built them then. But I mean, both these boats served until the 70s. You know, a lot of your if you're an International Harvester fan, you know, like your 1026 or 1466, 1446, those tractors were all built from steel hauled by one of these boats.
Yep.
So I mean, that personally my favorite is the 1266 or 1466. Those are awesome tractors.
I mean, come on, it's one of the best songs ever created.
It is. It's a great
International Harvester.
Great country song.
And then what was the other boat?
Yeah. We'll move on to the International, which is significantly more interesting than the Harvester.
It's funny where they got these names from.
Right.
I would have
really
never guessed.
Hard
the
about
International, the Harvester.
Yeah. I wonder where they got that from.
I don't know. Probably Cole.
Neither. Cole definitely told him that.
Definitely.
Cole's a national hero.
He is.
He's got a pretty nice cat.
He's a pretty good buddy.
Yeah. So the International, it was actually not built for the International company. It was built as the William H. Warner for the Panda Shipping Company.
Panda Shipping Company.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did.
No idea. But it was also built in Lorraine by American Shipbuilding, Hull 784, launched April 21st, 1923. So, I mean, this is about 12 years after.
Yeah.
A little bit longer. Not that much, to be honest. I mean, it's only 600 feet long, 60-foot beam, 32-foot depth. This one has 12 hatches. I believe the Harvester also had 12 hatches. So, similar setup, just a little bit longer. This one had coal-fired boilers as well, triple expansion, 2,200 horsepower. But it was cool about this one. I think this was their more favorable ship.
Yeah.
In the 50s, in 1950 specifically, they converted to oil firing, which is kind of surprising because I think the whole fleet, I mean, it was to save money, but it was kind of an afterthought. I mean, old boats that they used, until the 70s didn't really upgrade them that much. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they kept them nice and all, but it was cool to see that they upgraded it to oil firing. This one, very similar to the Harvester, hauled coal from Lorraine to Duluth as its first trip. And it wouldn't come into service for International Harvester until 1933. And then they renamed it in 34 to the International from the William H. Warner. And then, of course, World War II, served
immediately, balls to the walls.
Yep, constant. Now, it gets really interesting in the 80s. So, we know the Harvester, it didn't last as long. It lasted until 64 is when they stopped using it. They sold it to a different company and then was sold again to Kinsman Marine in 71, which this one also was sold to Kinsman Marine about the same time. Not exactly the same time, but about. Mm-hmm. And beginning of the 80s, you had the steel industry was kind of falling apart.
I thought so. I thought I read that they pretty much got rid of their fleet because of just hard times.
Right.
Like
that's what happened.
They really didn't need them.
Yep, that's what happened to the Cliffs fleet.
Yep. The Cliffs fleet was humongous.
I mean, they had a ton of ships, old, new, and most of all of them were put in layup in the early 80s. And now we have, two?
I think there's two.
2 or 3 that... I think there's just 2. I think just the K. Barker and the Lee Jugurtha. Those are the only 2 that survived it.
Yep.
Other than the museum ships, of course, here in Ohio, the Schoonmaker, which we're going to go see and record some awesome video
It's going to be great.
In a week and a half.
Yep.
And then the Mather up in Cleveland. But
yep.
Yeah, so she was actually sold for scrap in 1981. But they didn't scrap her. She was traded to the Pearson Steamship Company for one of their ships, the H.C. Einbacher, that its boiler broke.
Oh.
So they traded them, scrapped the H.C. Einbacher, and then the International lived on. And it was renamed as the J.E. Vaughn. But then something crazy happened again. That company failed.
Like immediately?
Immediately, basically. I mean, it was sold in 81, and then by mid-82, it was, gone.
Yeah.
So they sold it again to the P&H Shipping, and then renamed it to the Oakland. These are both Canadian companies, by the way. And then it served kind of, I'm sure, off and on through the 80s. And then by 88, it was finally sold from scrap and then ended up getting scrapped in Germany.
It lived on.
It did.
That boat actually lived on way longer than I thought.
Yeah.
No, again, there's really not that much information about these boats because really nothing monumental happened other than obviously, being traded.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But even then, for a lake freighter to live, in my opinion, for a lake freighter to live more than about 50 years,
it's pretty good.
It's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of them can.
Oh, yeah, most of them can. A lot of them are. Like, unfortunately, as we're seeing within the last couple of years of us getting into it, a lot of water cab overs for pilot house boats are pretty much either being scrapped or
the last 5 years.
In the last 5 years, I'm pretty sure
it's been cut in half practically.
Probably.
Because, I mean, they've been pretty much all lower lakes towing boats.
I mean, just since we've really been getting into this, there's been the Michipicoten, which is still up in the air, I think. It's in dry dock as of right now because they fixed it. Not anymore.
It's out. It's sitting in layup.
They fixed it. It's sitting in layup. Fixed it like a temporary fix.
I don't know.
I don't know exactly what the scoop is on that. If you know, tell us.
I don't think anybody knows.
I don't think anybody knows.
We'd love to hear about it in the comments.
The Michipicoten, just like the Cuyahoga.
The Cuyahoga, yep.
And
the Blau.
The Roger Blau.
The Blau.
Which was 22, I think.
Yep, it was 22.
22.
The Cuyahoga was 24.
Yep. I texted you at work and I said the Cuyahoga's on fire in Ashtabula, and that was like right when we were starting to get into it.
And then that same year is when the Michipicoten.
Yep.
That was in June.
That was a pretty scary one. Yeah,
that was because they almost sank.
They took on a good list.
Yeah.
Like the pictures of it are pretty freaking.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pretty scary.
You got to look it up.
You got to look it up.
We lost. I mean, well, the Michipicoten and the Blau are still here. Blau is probably going to get scrapped. I would love to see it, but it
most
probably
likely
won't.
Like they're just keeping them all around just for. I don't know, just to have.
Right.
Like,
I don't.
case,
to be honest, I mean,
like
I don't
even
know.
this year. The Anderson didn't even go out.
Yeah, the Anderson or the
Philip Clark.
The Philip Clark.
They're still
sitting. Their other sister ship has not been moving since
23 or 22 too.
Which is another Callaway. One. Yeah, the Case and J Callaway. That's another one that. I mean that one.
Like it's literally happening in 4K right in front of our eyes. Things are happening. Thank gosh the Alpina came out in like August or like September.
Almost
literally.
Sat out the whole year. That was scary.
That was scary, but she's out. She's currently working.
She's good.
Which I think she's going to be around for a while because she's a staple.
Yeah,
she's literally a staple. Everybody knows it. It's great to have something like that.
We'll shoot the.
And honestly, that's honest. I think she's one of the only one or the only two that's currently serving under that. Under the cement. I'm pretty sure
when they have the Eaglehart, which is just a floating barge basically.
Yep.
But and then the JB was it the JB Ford that the Eaglehart replaced?
I think so.
That one was closer to 20 years ago. I think. But there was another couple lower lakes towing boats that got scrapped within the last 5 to 6 years.
Mommy.
That was
one
in
did.
21, I think. 21 or 22.
I think so. That was 22 because that was actually tied up next to the American Valor.
Yep, or Valo is what it's called now. But
I guess that's what it's called now. The Valo. But the Maumee and there was another one, the Ojibwe. Have you ever heard of that one? That was scrapped in like 21 or 22.
The Mississauga.
The Mississauga. That was it's getting bad. It's bad. I can't believe that we keep listing off boats. I'm hoping we're stopping. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But no, we got to basically take what we can. Well, I don't really want to say that, but at this point, it's getting pretty slim.
But yeah, I mean, to see something like this from smaller companies survive as long as it did, it was awesome. Oh yeah, and that neat little bit about getting traded instead of scrapped, it lived on another 7 years. That's really cool. But that's really it for the Harvester fleet.
That's really it.
That there's nothing crazy going with it. It's just a neat little fact.
It's something cool to talk about, especially like we'll have pictures up and whatnot. But it's just it's really cool because like you can definitely tell why we thought it was a meme. Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, it's just you take literally the same thing you could go buy in a hat and a tractor dealership right now.
Side of the boat.
Slapped on the side of the boat.
Because they flew the International Harvester hat or the flag.
Their flag was the same thing. It was just the IH logo. It was so really cool. But that's pretty much all we got for you guys today.
That's really about it. Quick one. I know that we'll be back.
We got some cool stuff. We got some cool
stuff coming up in the pipeline,
and we're gonna get something out for the Fitzgerald sinking. So look out for that.
50 years.
50 years And
this is a big one, and we're going to have something pretty awesome in store for you guys.
Absolutely.
So thanks for sticking with us for so long, and we're coming back.
Yep.
We'll see you.